Hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream here on the channel. Hope you're all doing well. I believe we are... Yep, we're good to go right now. Hope you've all been having a good day, a good evening, and if not, hopefully I can make it better, and not significantly worse. How are you guys doing tonight? I know this is a bit of an impromptu stream. I didn't have time, I've been very busy today, I didn't really have time to make a video today like I wanted to, so I decided let's do a live stream. I really didn't feel like doing a, some days you don't feel like doing a full video. It's funny, because you'd think, like, oh, why would you, if you didn't feel like doing a video today, why would you do a live stream? Wouldn't that take significantly longer? Wouldn't that be... Or, like, wouldn't that be much longer? Because if I'm going to live stream, I'm going to live stream for, like, an hour and a half, 2 hours. No, these are the exact same. This is my original Gearston. You can tell because it actually has a paint scrape, because at the time I got her, I was putting my cars in a box. This is the Gearston I used in my video the other day. This is the one from the 2-pack. It's my cleaner Gearston. Still some scuffing on it for whatever reason, but because, again, this one is usually in storage with other cars. I made the big mistake a few years ago of putting all of my cars I didn't have a place to... Yeah, Gearston's female. Gearston was named after a woman at Pixar, so it's supposed to be a female character. Some people just didn't look into it. As a reviewer, something like that is very important to me. It's very important that I get something as simple as the gender of the character correct. And to see a lot of people, like, not even... the research, because with Cars characters you can't always tell, obviously, but I think it's safe to assume that if they were named after a woman at Pixar, then I think it's safe to assume that the character is female. Anyway, as I was saying, for a while I left my cars in just a box, which was a bad idea, it turned out to be, because I left a lot of my cars in boxes alongside customs that I painted all black, and the black Sharpie paint started to wear off on them, so that's why I had to separate them. And now I keep all the cars that I've painted with black Sharpie, or black Sharpie paint, in a separate container, where I know they won't rub off the paint onto any other characters. But a lot of my new releases from 2022 and early 2023 have black paint lines on them, like Gearston here. So if you ever see that in a video and you're like, oh, that's weird, why is there scuffing on an item he has when it's that recent? That's why. What do you think happened to that suit from the Wolverine movie from 2013? As far as I know, he was never supposed to wear it. It just appears and then the seam was cut. There ever be a joke about how Rolling Bowling was never part of the Cars movies and Cars Randomness? The thing with Cars Randomness is, so much of it is I just come up with it when I'm making it. Usually when I have a video, I have a plan. Before I start recording weird products, I have most of the items selected. For Cars Randomness, I literally just go off of whatever I can think of, and that's part of, that's why I call it that. I don't really have jokes planned in Cars Randomness. Is your ceiling fan on? It's not my ceiling fan, it's my wonderful air conditioning unit. My ceiling fan isn't that loud. But yes, my ceiling fan's on also. But if you're wondering about the noise, it's the... Yeah, you can see it in Jerry's hat! You think there'll ever be an actual Jackson Storm Glow Racer? Yeah, it's coming out soon, yeah. He and Ramon are on the card back to some recent Glow Racers releases, so their wave is finally getting uncanceled, which is great. What Cars Adventure season that you've done is your favorite? I don't know, because there have been so many. The one I typically answer is Season 31 of Lap 1, which had this whole plotline about the tuners being on the run. I'm not sure if it's still my favorite, but, you know, I feel like with more recent seasons, I've liked a lot of them. But, like, when I think about Lap 3 Season 1, I think about the subplots of it. Like, I know everybody really liked the mayor plotline, but I really don't like the Prop Wash Junction subplot, and that takes away from my opinions on the season as a whole. What do you think behind the scenes happened to the suit? I don't know. For Glow Racers, I think Sheldon might have been the ones I always think of: Sally, Flipped Over, and Ray Reverham. Yeah, Lap 2 Season 10 is the real world season. That one's good. I literally just said Flipped Over and Ray Reverham. Sheldon's more of a maroon color. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with him. He's a strange choice. I want to see new Ty's Book Club. Yeah, Ty's Cars Book Club was supposed to come out today. I just didn't have time. But what I'm going to be covering is not the comics this time, I think. Oh, actually, sorry. Weird Products won the poll, so that should be next. But the next book club should be out in a few days, and it's actually not going to be on the Cars comics, I don't think. I have a different book I recently got that I want to do a video on. It's been 13 months since Glow Racer, Sally, Sheldon, Flip, and Ray have been confirmed. They haven't even been leaked yet. I'm pretty sure they're canceled. I don't think that means they're canceled. There have been countless times where cars have appeared on rumor lists a very long time before they came out. Clearly, there have been issues with releasing the Glow Racers. Obviously, we know that Jackson, Storm, and Ramon have been delayed. They were supposed to come out in December of last year. But I don't think we should write off any potential Glow Racers as being canceled until the line is officially done. When's the next Cars Randomness? That's a very good question. It was supposed to come out a few weeks ago, but I went on vacation. So, I'd like to do it very soon. How late am I? Not very. I started 7 minutes ago. Absolutely love the Burt Family Tree video. Down for more Muppet Family Trees. Yeah, I really liked making that one. I'm trying to return to a weekly schedule on Muptown Funk. Now, Ramon and Jackson, I assume, will probably be out later this year. If you go off of the Glow Racers release schedule, there's been a new wave roughly every 2 to 3 months. With exceptions, obviously, but we had the first wave in like October, second wave in December, third wave in March, and fourth wave in July. So 3 to 4 months between each wave. I could see them probably coming out around October. Considering the fact that we're already seeing them on the card back of other releases, there's no way they're not slated for 2024. Yeah, so I'm trying to get Muptown Funk back to a weekly schedule. Which I'm excited to do, but it's difficult. I start classes in a week. I start on, let's see. So I start classes for my college start on the 26th. But I actually have Mondays off this semester, so I return the 27th, which is kind of disorienting. But in past years, I've had Fridays off every semester. This time around, I have the Monday off. So it's going to be weird to have a Monday off, honestly, but I want to try to make Muptown Funk's release schedule be new videos every Monday. and work on Mondays to get videos done. What happened to Tai 2? Never heard of it. Why? I was talking about the fact that now Speedcode and Gears of Martial Accessory 2-pack has been reissued this year. I know you commented that on the discussion video. What is there to say? Like, I didn't mention that in my original video because I wasn't aware that 2-pack was re-released for 2024. Like, what else is there to add? Okay. Like, thanks for letting me know. People let me know. There's nothing else to say about that. Well, it's difficult to balance Muptown Funk with this channel, obviously. But I think I can find a way to balance everything well. I just need to be consistent. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. My only other channel is Muptown Funk. What's this Tai 2 you're talking about? It's not a thing. Who's Tai 2? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. Is there an imposter Tai going around? No, but there once was. In late 2018, there was some channel impersonating me, commenting slurs on other people's videos, and I reported it. If you've ever seen that Cars Adventure season with the episodes about the McQueen toy, that's like a big remote control McQueen that impersonates McQueen. It's based on my experience dealing with that channel. Why is Tai so quiet right now? Because sometimes I don't speak. Like, I can't speak the entire time. Tai when Tai 2 walks in. The teacher is time and lore runs deeper than the Marvel lore. Yeah, something like that. Why were glow racers and endurance racers not part of the XRS? That's a good question. I think it's probably, well, number one, they're done with the XRS. Number two, I think it's probably because they don't change the body designs of the cars. All the XRS cars were $2 more than a regular single, and they used specialized molds. The glow racers and endurance racers used pre-existing ones. Discovered your channel recently. Really like the videos and the topics you cover about Cars Diecast. Great work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Make the 2 Kirsten skins. Nah, my channel's monetized now. I don't want to lose that privilege. What would your ideal name for the Cars 3 Rev and Go stock car be? Hear me out. Hear me out here. Rev and Go Racer. I think that one's good. I think we should go with that. You know, in hindsight, I don't know why I made Tai 2. I actually don't know why. The Gearston video was technically a discussion video. I just couldn't fit T-Tor Reviews Tie Discussion in the title. It was too long. It was too long to fit. But if you check my playlist, it's in the discussion playlist. And it's filmed and styled the same way as that. Did you get them you were with a wagon? Did you ask Robin? I really should ask him to send me that, if it's still available. Cars 1 racers I'm missing. It's the same as your list, except I have Dale and Revan go. So Tank Code and Spearmint. And regular Viewzine. I only have the metallic one. I say my channel name. The Hummer Sven impression. Oh no. Cars Boy 95. Wow, that was pretty good. I wanted Hummer Sven for years, man. I'm very happy to finally have him. Would you ever buy rubber tires cars? I really want to get rubber tiles. I really want to get rubber tires, Dale Earnhardt Jr. I need to pick up rubber tile. Why can't I say rubber tires? I really want to get rubber tires, Dale Earnhardt Jr. because he's so unique. Because he's using the Nitrowade mold, right? And is basically the MSOS pack version of him. I also don't think it's necessary to get, but I think I should get rubber tires Nigel Gearsley, because I'm trying to collect every Nigel Gearsley. And I want to get the 2018 Chick Hicks without the headset, Cars 3, which only exists as a rubber tires car. And you know, if I found like a rubber tires car in a lot, or just like at a yard sale, I'd buy it just to have it. But I'm not going to go out of my way. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't do rubber tire stuff past 2018. Are you from New Jersey? It's not a very interesting answer, but it's an answer. I always have to preface to people like, no, I'm from one of the nice parts. Like, it gets a bad rep, but it's fine. So you're gonna repaint Gearston? Probably. Considering the fact that I've had Gearston for 2 years. 2 years? 1 year. Considering I've had the duplicate Gearston for almost a year at this point, I haven't found out something to do yet. If you were to add a 2024 car to your background, who would it be? That's a good question. I'm not going to, because the packaging style didn't change, and also it fits so perfectly right now with 6 cars per row. But maybe I'll change what cars are there. I'd at the very least like to swap out Royce Revsley for a more interesting on-the-road release, but when I made this banner, there weren't many on-the-road cars out yet. For 2024, I think I'd probably choose... I'm not sure, honestly. Because each year, I was going to say Union Jack Ramon, but each year I do a different item. Probably Chris Freightman or Tony Motorfeld, or maybe Barney Combs. One of the interesting looking ones. If you're gonna see it in the background of every one of my videos, the least I could do is make it something interesting to look at. If you were to pick a favorite character, who would it be and why? Cal Weathers. I love Cal Weathers. I don't know why. I've always had a very strong attachment to like secondary characters that are not all significant. Like, you know, I'm the guy who likes the last actor credited in the theme song the most. I always just thought Cal was such a fun character. I love the concept of applying the design of the king onto a regular racer, and I think it's nice to give McQueen just a friend in the Piston Cup. Do you already have any of the GRCs? No, they aren't out in the U.S. They are out in the U.S. now, but I haven't found them. They're starting to show up. Probably going to some stores tomorrow. Maybe I'll get lucky. Favorite 2024 new release? Easily Chris Freitman. Shameless plug, I just ranked all of the 2024 new releases like 3 days ago. So if you wanna know my full thoughts, I have a video on it. At a store right now. What do you think I'll find? Very good question, Ulysses S. Grant. Don't you have a country to look over? I know, I gotta say, it can run itself. I'm proud of how... I didn't expect the Kirsten Marshall video to do as well as it's been doing. It has like 1,500 views. I guess I should have seen that coming, honestly. But I'm happy... I'm really happy with the reception it's gotten. It's been... I was concerned about the comments on that video. I was concerned that people were just gonna be like so annoyed and ranty about how annoyed they are. But everyone's been very respectful, just being like, yeah, this car is everywhere. Yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, I am tired of seeing this. Yeah, no, Harry, I almost mentioned in my earliest draft of the Gearston video, when I was first planning out, I wanted to talk about the parody video you did on Gearston, just as an example of how the fan base has kind of made Gearston into a meme. But by the time I came around to it, I didn't incorporate it. So 10 Gearstons. You're lucky. I don't think I've seen a Target with 10 cars in months. No, I've seen a few. I also got a lot of people commenting on other cars that they've seen that have been big peg warmers recently. Got a lot of comments about like Maypillar to Rev and stuff. And the reason why I didn't talk about cars like that, I specifically chose Gearston Marshall because Gearston Marshall's become more of a running joke. At the very least, like on my Discord server, everybody is constantly making jokes about how it's just a matter of time until they make Gearston Marshall again. So Gearston is on my mind more often. But I think Gearston's the most interesting case for being a character with a combined total of 1.8 total seconds of screen time. Yes, I did the math. And being released so many times in so many different ways. With May Pillar de Rev, yeah, it's a peg warmer, but she was released as a single last year and a 2-pack this year. It's not as bad as a single, 2 different 2-packs in the same year, and a single the next year, in more cases than the first year around. What's your Discord server? It's currently private. We're planning on reopening it at some point soon, but it's been private for the last several months. Hold on a second, guys. It's that time to stream again. Time for me to hope my phone doesn't overheat. I think it's finally time for me to upgrade my phone. I should have done it years ago, but So Gearston's basically the villain of the 2024 main line. No, basically every release in 2024 is the villain of the 2024 main line. That's okay. We have my wonderful air conditioner. It's on a nice, cool 66%. We got Peacemaker hanging out there. Harley, also Harley. When Gearston Marshall was announced, I don't think people really cared that much. At the very least, I didn't. But I can't speak for everybody. Which is the real Harley. Yeah, I don't know. They sometimes, when I'm not looking, they start doing the Spider-Man pointing meme. When I got this second Harley, I actually did a joke in one of my videos where I did the high ground scene from Revenge of the Sith. Because there are some videos where you could see Funko Pops over here. What I would typically do is I would just move some of my Funko Pops over to this side in some videos. Nowadays, I don't film more to the left here because I have these 2 Lego helmets and several other stuff down here that's related to other projects I work on. But in some older videos, I would just move some Funko Pops over to the other side so that the window still doesn't look empty. Have you read any Spawn comics? I have not, but I've heard... Well, I'll start by saying that I don't like Todd McFarlane. He's kind of a... I don't like him, but I'm not very familiar with Spawn. Yeah, there's an animation error where Chisaki is missing her spoiler up top. Do they dance to bad diecast with the Harleys? Sometimes. Occasionally. So you don't like Venom? I don't have a problem with Venom. I have a problem with the way Todd McFarlane runs his toy company. I don't have a problem with the characters he's created. Do you like Seth MacFarlane more than Todd McFarlane? You know, I can't say I like either to that great a degree. Anyway. Yeah, I've wanted to do an errors and inconsistencies episode on animation errors. Why do we always get a shot of Ty's air thing? When I do a live stream, my phone has a tendency to completely overheat. So, when I do it in the summer, so I have to cool down my phone. Because I have my phone running, which gets super hot, plugged into my laptop, which doesn't get as hot, but it being plugged in causes issues as well. Basically, in order to maintain the longevity of the stream, I have to occasionally go out and cool down my phone. Thoughts on Beetlejuice 2? Never seen the first one. I saw the trailer when I went to see Deadpool. It looks good if you're into that. I'm just not interested. I'm not a fan of making sequels to a movie 35 years after the movie is out, but it looks fine. It's a story of 2 Pitstopasauruses. Is that it? Credit for coming up with what? If you're even talking to me. Guys, sometimes I have no idea what you're talking about. I personally really want the Nebraska wedding guest. Are you... You can make out the state on their license plate? That's impressive. Have you listened to the Ramones, like in passing? Like when it's on the radio, not like casually, but I'm aware of them. I think everybody is. Do they say Nebraska? I don't remember. I'm very confused right now. You were able to make out Fred's license plate on Tormentor's biggest fan. No, I think I read that somewhere. Who'd you say is the protagonist of the 2024 Cars Diecast mainline? None of them. It's the 2024 Cars Diecast mainline. If a Cars Diecast mainline makes me want to quit collecting, it has no heroes. But hey, you either die a hero. Say it with me now. I'm gonna wait for somebody to type the thing. Just waiting. Live long enough. No, that's not the right line. You're a few words off. You get the point. We're on the verge of greatness. We were this close. Thank you for joining us, Eduardo. Goodbye. No, that's not the line either. One day someone will quote The Dark Knight correctly. One day. I've watched that scene once as a YouTube short. That's probably the worst way to consume cinema. Pretty sure it's either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Woo! Thank you. The Gearstons are now having an epic staring contest. Look at that. Guys, I think they're gonna fight. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, everybody's picking sides. And it's conveniently the side that we're already facing. Uh-oh. Alright guys, who's gonna win? I mean, look. Team Gearston has Blue Grit Idle Threat and Mater with a bomb strapped to him. But Team Other Gearston has 2 haulers, McQueen, and my water bottle. Who's gonna win? Gearston Civil War, I was just gonna say that. Fight, 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 fight. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see who's gonna win. Oh! Oh no! Oh! Oh! It's a water bottle! Oh! Oh! They both fell. No! That was not the plan. They they, they both fell. That was not the Well, now that the Gearsons are gone, I can finally make the stream setup what I wanted it to be. I originally wasn't going to include Gearston, and I threw Gearston in last minute. It was supposed to look closer to this. Oh, Carla was on Gearston's side. Left Gearston. Every side's Gearston's side. Wait, let me reposition Gil. Hold on. There we go. There we are. Is that the normal GRC Carla or GRC Carla with flames? I can't tell because I have the same expression. This is the Carbon Racers Carla. Robin sent me this one back for my birthday. It's actually very rare, which I didn't know. It's from that very elusive second wave of Carbon Racers. Looks like it's a GRC. Yeah, it's a CRC for Carbon Racer Cup. Thoughts on Toy Story 5 being about toys versus tech? I think it's the stupidest, laziest plot they possibly could have chosen. With as bad of an idea as Toy Story 5 was, they could have sold me on a good plot. A good plot this is not. It's cliche, it's overdone, it's commentary that feels like it's 10 years too late. The one saving grace is that it's being directed by the director of WALL-E, which I think means that it'll be a beautiful story of the importance of toys in childhood over technology, and that we've become too reliant on giving our children iPads. I think the moral will be beautifully impactful, but bad. Why were the Silver Racers GRC but not the Metallic Racers? Because the Silver Racers were re-released. The Metallic cars weren't. Silver Racers got re-released in 2015, and they were retconned into being TROC. They weren't before. Yeah, Michael Bay really needs to pick better work, doesn't he? He needs to but he's needed that for most of his career, I'd say. But hey, we need directors like that. If we're allowed to have Steven Spielberg, we should be allowed to have Michael Bay, who makes nothing but worthless garbage, right? what I'm saying is not everything needs to be impactful cinema. People could just make stupid movies, or movies that even end up being bad. But it's okay. If we could have things that are good and impactful, we should be allowed to have the opposite of that. Most people I know, most Cars fans I know, think Cars 4 is a bad idea. Yeah, don't worry. I'm at a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Whoa! You better actually be at a Holiday Inn. I know you told me you were going on vacation or on a trip. You better be at a Holiday Inn right now. I think any cinematic continuation of the Cars franchise, sequel, prequel, whatever, would just be a stupid idea. It's not necessary. And I think Pixar has been pretty respectful in not greenlighting it at this point. With the exception of Toy Story, they're typically very good choosing what gets sequels and what doesn't. Purple Toad Holiday Inn Room Tour 1. Like, the concept of doing, like, a Doc Hudson movie is beyond stupid. Not only do we know his entire story, can you imagine the backlash of recasting him? Like, I think it's a terrible idea. I've never heard a fan-made Cars movie pitch that I thought would be worth being an actual movie. What would you like to see new in the Cars franchise? I think continuing to do TV shows like On the Road or shorts, just little stories that expand the world, is the perfect place and perfect way for Cars to continue, and I'm happy to see that's the road they're going with. Imagine a Cars movie about Gearston. Now that's a good fan-made Cars movie pitch. Thank you, Jared the Lego Director. Mark Sondheimer the movie. Do it, Disney. I love the fact that I know several people who like Mark Sondheimer just because they like the Cars Adventures episode I did with him. And the funny thing about that is, Mark Sondheimer is such a boring release. I looked at him and I was like, okay, let me try to do something funny with him. And now I know several people who like Mark Sondheimer just because of how I used him in Cars Adventures. The villain of the Gearston movie is the water bottle. There we go. Yeah, Mark Sondheimer has a very nice shade of blue. I actually have him right by me on the floor. He could have a super cool cameo in my stream. And he's my favorite Salt Fest hero. Now that's pushing it, but I honestly think I would like him more if we didn't have That's Gem. And my main problem with Mark Sondheimer is just that he's a mold reuse, but he's definitely grown on me. Just gonna sneak him in for a cameo back there. Shh. Hi, Daryl Quick Tire, welcome. You mean that's pushing it? I'm kidding. Guys, Mark is in the back. Yeah, I know. I put him there. that was the plan. Thank you for joining us, Artistic Geek. Can you see his eyes? No, you can't see his eyes. I like how he looks like he doesn't belong. Can we zoom out a little? There we go. Who do you want to see them doing in the JRC line next? Jeff, Lewis, Nigel, and Rip. Exactly that. I don't think we need anything beyond that. I don't think we'll get anything beyond that. Why? Let's pull a GRC, Cal and Bobby. That's not necessary. Once you go beyond Cruz and Jackson, the floodgates never close. I don't need GRC, Ryan inside Laney. Don't give them ideas. Everybody run. I'm going to mute the stream and I'm going to mute that part of the stream in editing. Don't give them ideas. No, Mark is gonna stay right there, where he belongs. Unseen and uncared for. Have the GRC line just be the program pre-racers and Cruz and Jackson and call it a day. I think that's what they'll probably do. We could still see him. Yeah, that's the intention. But you know what you guys haven't seen? Huh? Huh? You ready for the plot twist of the century? I knew it. Life birth on Victoria's time. Yeah, so if you may have remembered that when I was readjusting the cars, cops, it's him. When I was readjusting the cars, I moved Gil off screen for a little bit. I said I needed to readjust him. That's why. This is the Gearston that was on the right, my original Gearston with the paint and scrape. So no, I didn't get a third Gearston just to do a cheap visual gag. My channel's monetized now, but I still need to be smart with money. Mark is gone. Is he? Kept Firefly, whatever his name was up in here. Yeah, that was a repainted Revo Cost that I turned into Firefly for back car. Don't tell me Mark got kidnapped by Jerry. That would have been so funny. No, if you go back to when I had Gil pulled out with Gearston inside, you could very briefly see my hand slip by here for a few seconds. I took the opportunity to remove Mark. I'm full of magic tricks today. What's in the other hauler? Another Gearston? No, there's nothing in this one. This one's empty. Hold on. Yeah, this one's empty because I couldn't. Oh no! Oh, I was wrong. Actually, no. Gearston, for starters, Gearston does not fit in this hauler. And second up, I didn't have a time where I could sneak something into him off camera. There's nothing in there though. I don't know what cars you could fit in Jerry recycled batteries. It's not many. Which I guess makes sense. He has a battery truck. But you really can't, like, fit a car in there. There we go. What's your most wanted car? Is it Muddy McQueen? See, that's a very good question. Now that I've gotten so many of my most wanted cars with Hummer Sven and Jerry Recycle Batteries and Precision Series Sheriff, I think Muddy McQueen might be my most wanted item right now. That's a very good question. I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought, like, what's next. I'm not sure. But now that my channel's monetized and I can hopefully afford some more stuff, I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. That's a good question. Any suggestions, guys? Any cars you think I should get? Add to the collection? Not new releases, like any cars I should get online. We were talking about Rubber Tires Dale Earnhardt Jr. earlier. I really want to buy him. Are you looking to get any more Carnival racers? Regular Mac, Red Ransburg McQueen. Well, it was stored in New Jersey. I'll get a Cars 1 Mac the next time he's released, definitely. Dirt Track Wheels Dock, that's something that's been on my list, but it's not a very expensive item, that 3-pack. With Red Wheels Dock and McQueen and Sheriff, that's definitely up there. TG Castlenut's not a bad one. Carnival Racers is a very good one. I don't think I have any Carnival Racers. I do need to get the other Nigel Gearsleys to complete the collection. 2022 Fred, that's a very good one. Burt McQueen 4-pack variant. Yeah, maybe one of the Cars Tune 4-packs. Impound Snot Rod and Ichigo. Yeah, Ichigo, definitely up there. That's when I feel like there's an opportunity for them to re-release. What about a third Kirsten Marshall? I don't think that's a good way for me to spend a paycheck, my first YouTube paycheck. No, I don't have small Fred. I only have the original Fred, and I have Fred with fallen bumper. I don't have a regular small Fred. McQueen with sign. I have McQueen with sign. I got him back in 2020. Race damage mood springs. Look. I said I'm monetized. I didn't say I was a millionaire. It would be such a power move to spend my first paycheck on Bye Bye Car. Anyway, there are currently no, currently the only listing for race damage mood springs is $1,000, so that's not happening. Most expensive diecast you ever bought? That's a good question. Probably Yojimbo. In this economy? Yojimbo I got for $50. Just, that's the most I spent on one single. You know, I've spent more on lots. I spent $100 on a lot recently. But just 50 for... you will rarely see me go past that. Like, I got the box with Jerry and Bessie and all those other cars for 100 total, so I can't say that. If I divide that, it's like... do the math real quick. There are 15 cars in that box, and I paid $100 for it. So that's $7 per item. Get Doug. Who's Doug? Thank you for answering my question, no problem. Doug the what's his face? The RV. Doug Walker. Doug walked right into that one, didn't it? Man, I'm gonna remember that joke. So you don't have to. Imagine they re-release race damage mood swings will have holes in the base so Mater can tell them. I've heard people suggest that before, and I don't think that's a bad idea. I know some people would get irrationally mad over that, but, like, number one, if there are holes in the base, it looks barely different from all angles except the base. And number two, that's a good way to distinguish if you have the original or not. Even if it would be a Thailand variant, obviously. But still, people who have the original, oh, mine doesn't have the divots in the base. But, you know. Isn't that right, Jerry? Recycled batteries? I just realized where's Gil. I just moved Gil off screen. He's right here. See? I moved him so we could give Jerry the spotlight for a minute. Because really, Jerry has successfully covered up every other car. Okay, hold on, let me... So Jerry can't overtake it, or else he will fully overtake everything. Great. Overtake Redline Racing, Slipstream Supercars, if you will. Did I say that right? Funny how none of the haulers open from the back. You guys aren't ready. My Jerry review, whenever I make it, I'm planning on doing it tomorrow. It was supposed to come out today, and then the day before that, I've been kind of not been able to do it all week. My entire, like, you know how I typically do kind of an opening, like, monologue before I do my intro, before I do the hello everybody, welcome back to another review, blah, 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 blah. My entire opening monologue for the Jerry review is about the fact that he doesn't open from the back. I know that's stupid, but I actually did Ties Cars 4 before I had Discord. Are you back from vacation yet? Yeah, I'm in my house. I came home on Monday. I meant to talk about it in a video on like Monday or Tuesday, but what ended up happening was I had to do news videos on Monday and Tuesday, so it kind of went by the wayside. Back in the day, before I had Discord to contact people, I would just leave comments on their YouTube videos, and we'd work it out there. Ty, are you a real person? You know, sometimes my human skin suit gets really itchy on my lizard scales, but other than that, I think I am. No, Muptown Funk, on the other hand. Muptown Funk, that guy. I'm not sure if he's a man or if he's a Muppet, quite frankly. You're planning on making a new intro for your channel? I'm not sure. I've had this one since maybe 2021 now. I've considered ditching the intro. Like, back in the day, every YouTuber had an intro. Now it's not a thing as much. I'd like to keep it, but I'm going to leave it for now. Cool, you have skills too. You remember watching Blue Collection? I watched Blue Collection when I was younger. I think we all did. I've had to go to Blue Collection archives pretty frequently. It's very helpful for research for my videos. I actually use old Blue Collection clips in my videos a lot when I'm talking about older items. What happened to the Minecraft series? I decided to scrap it. It just wasn't. That's it. Well, it wasn't. Thank you for the warning, Rusty's95. I wouldn't have bought from there in the first place because most of the stuff is knockoffs. What are you going to do when your channel reaches 10 years? I'm going to make a video that is 10 years long. You know, I don't know. I don't know. We got to get there first. When's the last part of every Made or Diecast? So, funny story with that. I started work on it in late July, and I was really heavily working on it for several days, and then I just stopped. And I haven't revisited it since. And I don't know why. I don't think it's a lack of motivation. I've just been so busy with other projects in the last few weeks that I haven't been able to finish it. But it's coming soon. What are you going to do when you reach 100 million subscribers? Have the members of my team that I would have at that point forge my signature and promote gambling to children, because that's what you do when you hit 1 million subscribers, apparently. What's that, Jerry? You have something you want to say? What's that, boy? Stuck in the well? Oh, not again. What, Jerry? You're in your trailer, but there are only batteries in there. Well, if you insist. You guys have no idea how hard it was to fit Mark Sondheimer in here, okay? He almost doesn't fit. It's a very tight fit. You have to raise him in weird ways. If his back weren't arched, he'd fit just fine. But, you know, you said Mark wasn't going to be there. Yeah, but immediately after I said that, I snuck Jerry off screen, and, well, rest is history, right? Sorry if you feel betrayed by my actions. Okay, that, moving like, and there we go. Alright. Now we're back to normal. I think there's a shift in the Cars series after John Lasseter left Pixar. No, there was a shift after Cars 2, so he didn't make Cars 3 as heavily, and I think that shift was for the better. But that happened before he left Pixar. Next person from the World Grand Prix you're gonna kill off? I didn't kill anybody in the World Grand Prix in Cars Adventures. I assume you mean Cars Adventures. That wasn't a thing I ever did. Well, you know, John Lasseter did some things I can't say here. So, separating the art from the artist, right? You could still enjoy. It's hard to still enjoy that person's work when that person isn't a good person. Yeah, I don't know. And in all honesty, regarding John Lasseter in Cars 3, I always assumed he took a step back because it was right before he was fired. But that's probably wrong, quite frankly. I think because of how poorly received Cars 2 was, he took a step back. That was my assumption. Anything for Season 5 yet? For Cars Adventures, I'm hoping to start it. I'm hoping to start it soon. I've actually filmed a few episodes. Don't say it, everybody knows about it, yeah. Getting any new Ninjago sets for August? No, I do want to get some of the new Marvel sets. I want to get the Surtur one. And I might get the Iron Legion one, but I'm just not a fan of the new style Iron Man helmets. But I think it's cool we're getting Iron Legion merchandise in 2024. That's such an obscure thing. Yeah, the Lego shorts are September 4th. Yep. There was actually a time where I tried to make a planes adventure series back when I only had 3 planes. Not a great plan. But his tractor short's going to come back. It's not. At this point, I won't rule it out. It's not off the table. Well, you see, a lot of people thought that when I promised mac and cheese at the end of Guidorios, I was actually going to do it. That was never the intention. It was not a... Me making cooking videos was not a series. Imagine trying to make a planes adventure series with no planes. Well, if you go all the way back to the start of my channel, I pitched a series called Planes the Rejects, which was all about Dusty, who's sustained an injury and can't fly currently, training several of the air vehicles from the Cars movies, the Lightyear blimp, the Dinoco helicopter, Cathy Copter, Ron Hover, etc., to be racing planes. And that's how I got around it. It was him and Chug. What are you going to do for the anniversary of planes? It already passed. But I'm working on my big planes retrospective, if that counts. It's not really an anniversary thing. It is kind of, but... The movie prop 2-pack in box, I was revealed for the first time about a week ago. Artwork's a little awkward. I don't know how I feel about it. I think a lot of people just like it because it vaguely references UFM, and I have to try to detach my attachment to that, right? What are you going to do for the anniversary of Cars on the Road? Buy every single peg warmer and review it? Well, I actually was considering doing a video on Cars on the Road, like what are my thoughts 2 years later, which I'd like to do, definitely. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap it up in about 10 minutes, I think. This movie reference Ultimate Fighting Mater. It's based on the alien in that. You're gonna go, I'm gonna go now. Farewell, my fellow reptile. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out, honestly. I was gonna go a few more minutes, but I do have to go and do some stuff. So, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, but before we go, There's something I think you guys should know. There you go. You did it. Wait, what's this? Oh no. Oh no. No! 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 Oh no. Oh, they're back. Both of them are back, guys. What do we do? How do we do it? How do we get rid of the Gearsons? What am I supposed to do? What do I do? What do we do? What do we do? I know. Don't worry. Streets are safe again thanks to this water bottle. Thank you all so much for watching this live stream. And remember, Gearston Marshall is a menace. But now we have a way to finally defeat her reign. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.